O Lord, you are unborn, absolute, and formless. You are beyond bliss and again bliss itself, the one and the infinite.
बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की Shubh Swagatam and welcome to each and every one of you to this evening of devotion. This the third night of your yagya during this blessed period of Ganesh Utsav. And I know there are devotees who are still waiting to offer. And so Panachandra will continue with the offerings, but because of course it's getting late already, we proceed with our discourse for this evening. So devotees, I say blessings to those who made preparations, who assisted in whatever way for puja today. Special blessings to our shrotas and also the Kirtan Mandali, wonderful members of the group, singing beautiful bhajan and kirtan. I ask you to please all sit upright as we stabilize the mind and we focus upon that Lord who is Gyan Data, Vignaharta, that one who grants knowledge, divine wisdom, and that one who helps us to overcome obstacles and challenges in life. We use this special stotra. If you know it, join with me. If not, keep chanting Om Ganganapate Namaha. As devotees are still making offerings, you can listen to wonderful sounds. Picture yourself making offerings to Gajanan Swami with love, with devotion, and Om Ganganapate Namaha. Om Sri Vigneshwaraya Namaha. Om Shri Guru Charana Kamalabhyo Namaha. Om Sri Saraswatye Namaha. Om Namaschandikaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. In our minds, Om Ganganapati Namaha. We do this special stotra called the Ganesh Pantraratna Stotra. Picture a form of Ganapati Baba. You could look at the beautiful Mangal Murti in front of you. Om Sri Vigneshwaraya Namaha. Mudakarat Modakam Sada Vimukti Sadhakam Kaladharavatam Sakam Vilasi Lokarakshakam Anayakaikanayakam Vinashite Bhadaityakam Nata Subhasunashakam Namamitam Vinayakam Natetarati Bhikaram Navodhitarkavashwaram Namatsurari Nirjanam Natadhikapadudharam Sureshwaram Nidhishwaram Ganeshwaram Ganeshwaram Maheshwaram Tamashraye Paratparam Nirantaram Samastaloka Shankaram Nirasta Daitya Kunjaram Daretarodharam Varam Vare Bhavakramaksharam Kripaksharam Shamakaram Mudakaram Yashashkaram Manaskaram Namaskritam Namaskaromi Vashwaram Akimchanati Marjanam Chirantanoki Bhajanam Purari Purvanandanam Surari Garvacharvanam Prapanchanasha Bhishanam Dhananjayadbhushanam Kapoladhanavaranam Bhaje Puranavaranam Nitanta Kanta Danta Kanti Manta Kanti Katmajam Achinta Rupam Mantahinam Mantaraya Krintanam Kridantare Nirantaram Vasantameva Yoginam Tamekadantame Vatam Vichintayami Santatam महागणेश पञ्चरत्नमाधरेण यो वां प्रजल्पति प्रभागे हृदि स्मरन् गणेश्वरम् अरोगतामदोषतां सुसाहितिं सुपुत्रतां समाहितायुरष्टभूतिमभ्युपैति सोचिरात् ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा ओम गंगणपते नमः। बोलिए श्री गजानन स्वामी की। We say special blessings and thanks, of course, to Panachandra Dubey for leading in puja and devotion. Devotees before our kata for this evening. We join in bhajan that I'm sure everyone would know. I ask you to join with me as we focus upon Gajanan Swami once again. गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन। शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, शंकर सुवन। सदन गजवदन विनायक, कृपा सिंधु सुंदर सबलायक। सिद्धि सदन गजवदन विनायक, कृपा सिंधु सुंदर सबलायक। शंकर सुवन, शंकर सुवन भवानी शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, शंकर सुवन भवानी। मोदक प्रिय मुद मंगल दाता, विद्या वारिधि बोधि विधाता। मोदक प्रिय मुद मंगल दाता, विद्या वारिधि बोधि विधाता। शंकर सुवन, शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, गाइए गणपति जग। शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन। मांगत तुलसीदास कर जोरे, बसहु राम सिया मानस मोरे। मांगत तुलसीदास कर जोरे, बसहु राम सिया मानस मोरे। शंकर सुवन, शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन। शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, गाइए गणपति जग। बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की। Devotees we go straight into Katha for this evening, which is fairly lengthy, but I will adjust to suit the time. And devotees, it is the Dvishashtamo Adhai, the 62nd chapter of Ganesh Mahapuran. And here Brahmaji is explaining to a great king, the father of Kritavirya, as he's described here. Brahmaji, the supreme creator, that same divine father, one of the Holy Trinity that we all remember and respect, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. This same Brahmaji is narrating to this great and noble king who was asked that, "Oh Lord, tell me, why is it that during the period of Ganesh Utsav and in general on the Ganesh Chaturthi, why is it that we must offer dub, the durva grass? I wish to know, O Lord. I have seen this practice for many years in my life. I have noticed people offering the dub. Tell me a little bit of the significance, the offering of dub grass." And it is written here, actually it starts from here, 62nd chapter in Ganesh Puran, and it goes on for about 4 or 5 chapters explaining various reasons why dub should be offered. And Brahmaji begins with this beautiful katha explaining some devotees who offered the dub and it brought about transformation in their life. I ask you to focus upon Ganesh Baba as we listen to the verses, Sanskrit verses of Ganesh Puran. At least in between, if we can keep chanting Om Ganganapate Namaha, would be wonderful. We focus upon the Lord. Om Ganganapate Namo Namah, Shri Siddhi Vinayak Namo Namah, Ashtavinayak Namo Namah, Jambeti Nagari Kyata, Deshe Dakshinato Bhavat, Kshatriya Sulabho Syatu, Ganidani Dhani Krita, Vivekasyanuthanani, Shamidam Parayana, Sarvashastratha Agya, Sarvavetatame Om Ganganapate Namo Namah, Shri Siddhi Vinayak Namo Namah, Ashtavinayak Namo Namah, Ganapati Baba Vikate Bhakti Manityam Stuti Stotra Parayana, Tasya Bharya Samudrasi Namna Param Vishtata, Atyanta Sundari Sadhe Swarupadhi Krita Param, Devi Viprate Para Varyutintanu Vitani. Om Ganganapate Namo Namah, Shri Siddhi Vinayak Namo Namah, Ashtavinayak Namo Namah, Ganapati Baba Moria. Om Ganganapate Namo Namah, Shri Siddhi Vinayak Namo Namah, Ashtavinayak Namo Namah, Ganapati Baba Moria. Bhiksha Bhilasha Satatam Parameshwara Chikandika, Om Ganesha Bharityata Shambhare Pidigambara. Om Ganganapate Namo Namah, Shri Siddhi Vinayak Namo Namah, Ashtavinayak Namo Namah, Ganapati Baba Moria. Om Ganganapate Namo Namah, Shri Siddhi Vinayak Namo Namah, Ashtavinayak Namo Namah, Ganapati Baba Moria, Ganapati Baba Moria. Bole Shri Ganesh Bhagwan ki. And devotees, it is described here in a place called Jamba, which is in Maharashtra, India. So close to a city that many people know as Mumbai, Bombay, as it used to be called, not too far from there. Well, of course, thousands of years ago in that region called Jamba, that small area close to there, there lived two special people. It is described here a powerful Kshatriya by the name of Sulabha. Sulabha. And Sulabha was a renowned warrior, a great individual. And with Sulabha was his wife, Samudra. So two beautiful names, Sulabha and Samudra. So Samudra, we know, associated with the ocean. She is described here as very angelic in appearance, very beautiful, extremely beautiful. And Sulabha, very powerful king, strong individual, a Kshatriya, a warrior, and a wife, devoted in every possible way to her husband. And devotees, they engage in various actions, wonderful actions in praise of their Lord. And they were devotees of Gajanan Swami. As described here, they were devotees who engaged in all of the same practices that, we see enacted, I shouldn't say enacted, performed by all of us on a daily basis. Offering jal, doing good to others, giving dana, charity, performing worship and puja in a beautiful way. And they were especially fond of worship or attracted to Ganapati Baba. And these two individuals, it is said, had gained some prominence in their small town because of their devoted nature, and their husband in particular was well respected as a strong, powerful warrior in the village, as a protector of the village, and one who also assisted others and gave others. So a true noble individual and a true Kshatriya. And devotees, they would engage in worship on a daily basis. And description is given here of the way in which they perform their worship. We join together in simple kirtanam. I ask you to join with me. Short kirtanam. As we glorify Gajanan Swami, I want you to picture yourself making the offerings. The same way that these two individuals, Sulabha and Samudra, a wonderful couple, would engage in devotion, offering flowers, offering the sindoor, the forehead and trunk of Ganesh Baba, lighting the diya, doing arati, offering a laddu, a prasadam. And how did they pray? We all join together, kirtanam. Ambikatanaya Gajanana, Ambikatanaya Gajanana, Ambikatanaya Gajanana, Gajavadana Gananath Gajanana, Gajavadana Gananath Gajanana, Pahi Ganesha Vinayaka, Pahi Ganesha Vinayaka, Ambikatanaya Gajanana, Ambikatanaya Gajanana, Gajavadana Gajanan, Gajavadana Gananath Gajanan, Pahi Ganesha Vinayaka, Tribhuvan Palaka Mangaladayaka, Tribhuvan Palaka Mangaladayaka, Vidya Bodhi Siddhi Pradayaka, Vidya Bodhi Siddhi Pradayaka, Pahi Ganesha Vinayaka, Pahi Ganesha Vinayaka, Pahi Ganesha Vinayaka, Ambikatanaya Gajanana, गजवदना गणनाथ गजानन पाहि गणेशा विनायका. And devotees worshipping in this way, on one day they see a beautiful form approaching them. From a distance they can tell the holy man coming, and the holy man is coming dressed, devotees, very simple clothing, but they can't see him too good, but from the distance they are hearing something. What are they hearing? We join together. Gananatha Gajavadana Gananatha Dinavandana Gananatha Gananatha Gajavadana Gananatha Gananatha सिद्धिदाता शिवतनया सिद्धिप्रदायक गजानना पार्वती नंदन भयभंजन युग युग वंदन जय श्री गणेश. We join. Gananatha Gajavadana Gananatha Oh Gananatha Gajavadana Gananatha Gananatha Dinavandana Gananatha. Bole Shri Gajanan Swami ki. And devotees, they see this beautiful form approaching. But as this individual draws closer, a saint, a holy man, and devotees, indeed, they are happy to have a holy man in front of them, and they humbly supplicate before that individual. But when the husband looks closer, what does he see? An individual wearing tattered, torn clothing. Clothing that is all tattered and torn, and very little clothing too. So, no full dhoti and kurta, very simple clothing just covering the essential areas that needed to be covered, right? But bearing all the marks of a true holy man, singing the praises of Gajanan Swami, they humbly supplicated before him. But upon noticing a little more closely the husband, Sulabha and Samudra, both devotees of the Lord, they were just praying to Ganesh Baba. And here they see a holy man coming also praying. But the husband, looking at him, this individual appeared to be almost naked. And unexpectedly, unfortunately, he laughed out. He laughed at that holy man in front of him. The holy man's name was Madhusudan. Madhusudan is described here also one of tremendous spiritual merit, siddhis, special powers. So we could talk about Siddhi Vinayak, special spiritual powers that this individual had, Madhusudan. But very simple, what does a holy man want? He doesn't want any fancy clothing, no jewelry, no material wealth, no possessions to talk about. Very simple, humble. But Sulabh lost control of his senses for a moment. That one who was respected in the village, in the community, as being a protector of Dharma, that one who assisted others together with his wife, his Dharmapatni, and here Sulabh had performed this unfortunate act. And devotees, what happened was described here. Devotees, Madhusudan, who normally would be cool and calm, collected, is described here. Devotees, तुम दांत खोलकर मुझे पर हंसे थे, अतः नित्य हल में जाते जाने वाले तथा नित्य दुखी रहने वाले वृषभ बैल बनेगा. It is described here, devotees. This individual, Madhusudan, angered, instantly angered by that act, that one act of folly, unexpected act of Sulabh, laughing at the holy man, he was enraged. His eyes red with anger, he uttered a shrap. And what is the shrap? That you, powerful one, you're the one that they all talk about as being a true devotee, a protector of Dharma. And devotees welcome Dharma Patni of Pandit Mahidevji and of course Panikavish Kalyani. And devotees, to be a true protector of Dharma, and this is the way you have acted. For that unfortunate act of yours, you will suffer. And he condemned him and cursed him, pronounced the shrap that you will take the form of a bail, a bull. And not just any bull or bullock, one attached to a plow, and day and night you will have to plow the land. And you will feel pain and hardship every day of your life. So this same one who is a devotee, who loves to worship Ganesh Baba, here he is condemned and cursed now to take the form of a bail, a Vrishab, this bull. And devotees, the wife, Samudra. I describe Samudra being a true devotee herself, noble individual, wonderful individual. She wouldn't stand by and allow her husband to be humiliated and embarrassed in this way. She understood and showing respect still to that holy man, but enraged also, upset that her husband has been condemned to that fate. She pronounced a curse now, a shrap. And with whatever spiritual merit she had developed, and remember this is a time thousands of years ago, where people were sincere, they were noble. Yes, they made mistakes like you and I, but they had tremendous power from the worship and puja that they did. And Samudra said, you have cursed my husband to take this form of a bull. I pronounce a shrap on you. And the shrap that she pronounced, you will turn to Gadha. Gadhe, Gadha, as we say, Gadaha in Trinidad, a donkey. You will take the form of a donkey. Imagine she is telling the holy man, this saint who was chanting the name of the Lord, you will take the form of a donkey. And devotees, it is described here, and I won't give the whole details. There's a whole page of Ganesh Puran explaining this dialogue, which is not too nice. It's not too palatable really to go through. One cursing the next one and cursing back. And devotees, what is the shrap pronounced now? The Brahman, Madhusudan, wouldn't take that either. He had just condemned the husband. Now the wife has pronounced a shrap on him. In turn, now he pronounces a shrap on the wife. That you dare to curse me, to pronounce shrap on me. And with the last little bit of power that he had left, he cursed her to take the form of a Chandal. The word is Chandal, but I don't want to explain it too much because it's not too nice. And we believe in elevating women, not degrading women. But she was beautiful, exceedingly beautiful. You will take a very horrifying form, a terrible form for anyone who would see you. No one will want to be around you, and you will forever be suffering, sick, and in pain. So this is all of this, devotees. Why? Because one individual laughed at the other one. So we have to be very careful. Control of the senses. This is what Ganesh Baba is teaching us. Be in control. Every little symbol that we can look at, every little aspect of Ganapati Baba teaches us one thing. Vivek, discrimination, discriminative knowledge. Act wisely. Make the right choices. We look at the large airs. He covers the air canal. Listen to only that which is positive. Turn a deaf ear to that which is negative. The small eyes to focus better. Small mouth, talk less. Large ears, listen more. And devotees, to be in control of the senses. They are the Gyan Indriyas, the organs of perception, and the Karm Indriyas, the organs of action. Here, these individuals had lost control of their senses that they perhaps normally would have. And in this way, Madhusudan, Sulabha, and Samudra were all cursed, and they all took the form. So I'll recap very quickly as we go on. Samudra taking a very horrifying form, female form. Sick. Sulabh taking a form of a bull, suffering, forever plowing the land. And the great Brahman, the nobleman, taking the form of a donkey. And devotees, they went their way, own separate ways, unfortunately. And then the katha continues. Samudra continues her life, seeking to find some upliftment. She still has some memory of her previous existence. And devotees, it is coming to a rainy season. It is the month of Bhadrapad, which is now this time. And in India, there's a lot of rain, torrential downpours. Samudra, in search of some comfort, consolation, as the rains have come, she finds solace in a particular part of the town. This town called Jamba, which is today in Maharashtra. And devotees, in the distance, she sees a very beautiful Ganesh Mandir. She was a devotee of Ganesh Baba. And that Ganesh Mandir, beautiful flowers all around. She sees doob grass piled up high on the side for devotees to offer. She sees malas hanging, and those who have been to India, and even thousands of years ago it was so, and today it is still so. There are those peddling, they make little things and they will sell for you to make your offering. And it's the period of Ganesh Chaturthi. Grand festivities have been planned. Ganesh Utsav was not celebrated perhaps the way it is now, but the Ganesh Chaturthi and the worship of Ganesh Baba was forever strong. And devotees, there were tremendous preparation for this worship. And she is there hiding in the bushes not too far, and she's looking on. The reason she has to hide, because nobody wants to be close to her. Nobody wants to see her. She's an individual shunned in society. No one wants her around because of that unfortunate state that she existed in. And devotees, as described in the Katha, torrential downpour comes. It is cold and very cold, and with the downpour, flooding starts. She's in search of some solace. She's in search of protection, in search of shelter. Devotee, she goes from house to house, seeking someone to, provide that shelter. No one wants her. They all turn her out, curse her. Some hit her, kick her, beat her. And devotees, this lady, poor lady, she comes close to the temple, and devotees, she's engaged in devotion. Even though sick, even though blisters all over her skin, is described here. And I said I won't go through the full description. She joins in the worship of Gajanan Swami. We focus upon the Lord, simple kirtanam once again. Vinayaka, 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 Vinayaka. Vinayaka, Vinayaka. Vishwadhara Vinayaka. Vishwadhara Vinayaka. Vishwadhara Vinayaka. Vinayaka, Vinayaka. Vishwadhara Vinayaka. Siddhi Vinayaka Bhav Bhayhara. Siddhi Vinayaka Bhav Bhayhara. Suramuni Vandita Shri Ganesha. Suramuni Vandita Shri Ganesha. Vishwadhara Vinayaka. Vinayaka, 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 Vinayaka. goes closer to the mandir. The yogis there, the holy ones, don't want her anywhere near the mandir, not allowing her to enter. She sees the dove grass on the side, piled up on the side. It's getting cold. She decides to make a little fire. Devotees, using the dove grass there, she grabs hold of the dove and she kindles a little fire out just to the side near the entrance where she thinks they can't see her. And in her mind, Om Ganganapate Namah, focusing upon that, Lord, we join together. Gangam Ganapati Gajanana, Gangam Ganapati Vinayaka, 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 Bolo Gangam Ganapati Gajanana, Vinayaka, 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 Gangam Ganapati Gajanana, Gangam Ganapati Gajanana, Vinayaka, Vinayaka, Bolo Gangam Ganapati Gajanana, Gangam Ganapati Gajanana. Bole Shri Gajanan Swami ki. We pay our respects upon the Mahidevji, spiritual leader, and devotees. Samudra, in this form, horrifying form that she was cursed to exist in, kindling this little bit of fire. Devotees, a gust of wind blew, and some of the doob that she was holding, that doob itself, with the gust of wind, flew directly onto the image, the form of Ganesh Baba, the beautiful Mangal Murti of the Lord. Devotees, she had fasted, she had not eaten anything for the day, turned away house after house that she went to, no one wanted her around. She had performed fast, she had engaged in worship. They didn't even want her to enter the temple, but from the outside she performed her worship. She was not able to reach the Murti to offer the doob. The wind took the doob and placed it right there onto the Murti of Ganapati Baba. And devotees, as the torrential rains continue, and she is there on the side seeking that little bit of shelter under perhaps some small eave near the mandir. And devotees, the holy ones, with all of the rain getting late, they fell asleep inside the temple. And devotees at that time showed up, a bull, Vrishab, who just broke free from the plow that it was attached to, happily dancing away, running away in the rain, also seeking shelter. And also a donkey, devotees, who also got his freedom momentarily. And they all reached the same spot, finding nowhere else. No one would want them. And what did they do, devotees? They came right next to this form of Samudra, this Chandal woman, this devotee who was cursed to exist in that form. And they came, and of course, no one else wants her, but these animals came close to her. And you know what? They started eating the doob. But the animals eating the doob, they started fighting with each other now. And in fighting with each other, they reached close to there was a beautiful Murti right there by the entrance of the temple. Some of the doob fell onto the Murti. The same doob from the mouth of the bull, the mouth of that other creature, fell onto the Murti of the Lord. And all the while, Samudra, Om Ganganapati Nama, remembering a little bit of her previous experiences and how blessed she was before, and the actions of her husband has now caused all of this. Devotees, the commotion outside, with these animals fighting, the pandits, the holy ones got up. And devotees, the other individuals there, the devotees who had come on this Ganesh Chaturthi day to offer worship in this beautiful mandir in Jamba in Maharashtra, they were perturbed. They were upset to see these individuals. Well, this individual and these animals, as they thought, defiling the murti and the worship that they were doing. And devotees, with their lati, they done whatever they would have. They started beating them and chasing them away. And I'm summarizing, of course, without going through all the details. This individual, Samudra, Sulabh, who was cursed to exist in the bull form, and Madhusudan the Brahman, who was cursed, that sharp was pronounced, and he existed in the form of the Gadha. All of them were chased around the temple. Unknowingly, they had performed parikrama on that special Ganesh Chaturthi day, which went just a couple days ago. And devotees, all this is happening. And while all this is happening, Ganesh Baba is observing. Gajanan Swami is observing. What is there that he doesn't see? And devotees, Ganesh Baba, observing three devotees of his who made wrong choices in life. The Lord is here to bless us, guide us, protect us. But he recognized the mistake that they had made. But he was still willing to bless them. Because why? On this wonderful day, Bhado Mas Chautita, they engaged in worship, Ganesh Chaturthi, performing puja unknowingly. And what had they done? They had fasted. The main one, Samudra, had made prostrations to the Lord mentally. Mansik puja. They had actually offered the doob, they performed parikrama, many different actions. While others were sleeping, they were still awake. All of these hardships they went through, devotees, and is mentioned here. Just a few verses as we conclude from the 62nd chapter of Ganesh Puran in our minds. Om Ganganapate Namah. Om Ganganapate Namo Namah Shri Siddhi Vinayak Namo Namah Ashta Vinayak Namo Namah Etesha Pujita Pete Padu Vardhana Vir Pradakshina Mahutara Krita Dushta Samagashi Om Ganganapate Namo Namah Shri Siddhi Vinayak Namo Namah Ashta Vinayak Namo Namah भाद्र शुक्ल चतुर्थी में दूर्वा में का समन्वय सवे मानस पूजस्य यस्य कुर्याधिवेक्षणां गंगनपते नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाबा मोरया स्वरूप धारिणी भर्गो गंधर्व सागन युतवादित्राकेय पुष्पे परिपति गंगणपते नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाबा मोरया दिव्य भोग्य समायुक्तं पतकाध्वमंडितं सदा नायकनाथस्सो गजानन स्वरूपिणम् ओम गंगनपते नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः ओम गंगनपते नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाबा मोरया गणपति बाबा मोरया गणपति बाबा मोरया बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की and devotees, Ganesh Baba, Vikat, Lord Vikat as is described here, looking down and speaking to the celestial ones around him. He says, look at these individuals, Sulabh, Samudra, and Madhusudan. They made mistakes, but the sharp that was pronounced brought about a certain condition, of course, but all of this they had to go through. As described here in the Katha, in part that I just quickly run through and summarized, through their noble karmas in the past, they had engaged in wonderful actions and they were about to be blessed, but at one single act where they had lost control of their senses, one angered for a simple act, someone laughing and he's angry and was ready to curse and pronounce a sharp. And from one curse, another one curse. And you see, devotees, what anger can do. Anger caused all of this problem. And Ganesh Baba speaking to the gunners and the attendants around him, explaining a little bit because they themselves are confused. How is Ganesh Baba, why is Lord Vikat looking at these individuals, these sinners? But he explains, so special they are. Devotees, what can anger do? I can't go into detail, but just to tell you, very quickly, just one or two little things. Anger, they say, I'll put it this way, is like drinking poison and expecting your enemy to die. You drink poison, but you expect to harm your enemy. You get angry, you are the one that suffers. And you watch that one who angered you is smiling, laughing at you. And you often hear this one, Buddha. This is a quote from Buddha. Anger is like holding on to coals, hot, red hot coals, to fling it, throw it at that one who hurt you and harm you. You'll fling it, you'll throw it, they will duck, get away, and check your hands after. You are the one who feel the pain. So these individuals, out of anger, krodh, so they are the lower tendencies, calm, krodh, mad, lobh, that we always hear about, lust, greed, anger, hatred, jealousy. There's krodh also. These are the demons, the inner demons in our mind, in our very being. Ganesh Baba is here to eradicate them, teaches us the way to overcome them. Anger caused all of this, and Ganesh Baba says, look at what they have done. I now consider all their previous meritorious acts, the wonderful karmas that they did, that all of you would do. And this is why we encourage you, during this period of Ganesh Utsav, do as much as you can, and every year try to do more than you did last year. Spiritual merit, meritorious acts, noble karmas will take you towards Ganesh Baba. He sent his attendants, the holy ones, around him. The celestial beings, go and secure these three individuals. Bring them to my abode. Devotees, it is described here in the last 5 verses that I recited. They descend in a beautiful aerial chariot, well decorated, beautiful to behold, all the celestial forms, each one of them glowing and glistening, looking like Ganesh Baba himself. All those devotees around, astonished. The chariot landed and devotees, they called Samudra, Sulabha, Madhusudan, the bull, the donkey, the horrifying looking woman. The pundits and the holy ones are looking on in astonishment. The devotees who are lined up making their offering can't believe what is happening. And they start, commotion starts, and then they themselves realize it has to be their past actions, their past lives. But devotee was this very same life before that sharp that brought about this present state. And devotees, they assume celestial forms themselves. It is described here like Gandharvas, celestial beings, and they went upwards towards Ganapati Baba. Bole Shri Gajanan Swami ki. And the Katha continues in the chapter 63 of Ganesh Puran. Continuing to explain, it is a part that is called the Durva Mahatmya, where they describe in detail reasons and rationale for offering Durva grass, or the Durva grass, the Cynodon dactylon, I think it is called, for those who are interested in classification and science. The devotee is the Durva grass itself. Unknowingly, 2 of them had offered the Durva. Actually, all 3 of them, but one was a true devotee. The fact, devotees, this transformation all took place because of their own actions. They existed in a lowly form. They were cursed and condemned to exist in that form. But one still had the presence of mind to engage in wonderful action. And the other two, at that instant, joining together. This is why communion is good. This is why satsang is good. This is why coming and joining in your temple is good. You can sit at home and do your worship. But the fact that three of them came together once again and performed this act together, they were all blessed together. So you could be blessed by on your own at home, or you could come and there's collectively, we can all be blessed and reach further. Why should one or two people or one family, the Shotas alone, do puja? We all come together so that we all benefit. Now, devotees, and I'm breaking down very simple without going into too much philosophy. It's described here. We understand Ganesh Baba is said to be the Panchatattva Devata. And I'm sure maybe you may have heard it for the year so far. Ganesh Baba is said to be the Lord of these Panchatattva's. And what are the Panchatattva's? The elements in the body. Agin Tattva, fire. Jal Tattva, water. Prithvi Tattva, earth. Akash, ether or space. And Vayu Tattva, wind, air. These 5 elements, whether it's a Vrishab, a Gadha, or you and I, devotees, we are all made up of these same 5 elements. And at that instant, they achieve something called Bhut Shuddhi, purification of these elements within the body. And to go into deeper philosophy will take us other nights, devotees. But at that instant, this had occurred. And their bodies now purified, regardless of the form they existed in. They took on beautiful celestial forms, and they were blessed by the Lord. All through sincere worship. So I encourage you, offer your doob, offer your love, offer your sindoor, offer your flowers, your laddu, but offer it sincerely. And why? So that when we are faced with challenges, we do not react as they did in the beginning. Even though a devotee making offerings, one came and initially they welcomed him, but just looking at his dress, they laughed out and they were cursed and condemned. And it started a whole ripple effect. And this is human nature, devotees. Ganesh Baba teaches us to overcome all of that. And this is what we seek in life, vivek, discrimination. So, I hope the katha is clear. This is the start. Well, you have heard many different reasons for offering doob. This is one that I'm putting to you. Through this example, even unknowingly we can be blessed. So imagine you and I, with our love, with our devotion, offering wholeheartedly, imagine the blessings that will accrue to you and your family. Bole Shri Gajanan Swami Ki. At this time we have the Havan. And the Havan will, of course, be done congregationally.
Bole Shri Gajanan Swami Ki Jai. I invite everyone to join in Swaha. Om Ekadantaya Vidmahi Vakratundaya Dhimahi Tanno Danti Prachodayat Swaha. Om Prajapatye Swaha. Om Indraye Swaha. Om Agniye Swaha. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah Swaha. Om Shri Saraswatiye Namah Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Swaha. Om Shri Agan Devta Namah Swaha. Om Namas Chandikaye Namah Swaha. Om Namo Durga Mata Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Om Namaha Shivaya Swaha. Om Shri Chandra Devta Namah Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Narayanaya Swaha. Om Shri Sita Ramachandraya Namah Swaha. Om Shri Radhe Krishnaya Namah Swaha. Om Shri Hanumantaya Namah Swaha. Om Shri Lakshmi Mata Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Om Shri Saraswati Mata Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Om Shri Kali Mata Namo Namah Swaha. Om Shri Tulsi Mata Namo Namah Swaha. Om Shri Ganga Mata Namo Namah Swaha. Om Shri Prithvi Mata Namo Namah Swaha. Om Shri Gaura Padatiye Namah Swaha. Om Shri Panchakpal Devta Bhyo Namah Swaha. Om Shri Brihaspatiye Namah Swaha. Om Shri Surya Nagraha Devta Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Om Shri Ishtevta Bhyo Namah Swaha. Om Shri Kul Devta Bhyo Namah Swaha. Om Shri Gram Devta Bhyo Namah Swaha. Om Shri Stan Devta Bhyo Namah Swaha. Om Shri Shani Devta Namah Swaha. Om Shri Rahuve Namah Swaha. Om Shri Ketuve Namah Swaha. Om Shri Guruve Namah Swaha. Om Shri Sarvadeva Sarvadevi Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Please stand for the final offering. Om Namah Shambhavaya Cha Maya Bhavaya Cha Namah Sankaraya Cha Mayaskadaya Cha Shivaya Cha Shivtadaya Cha Om Namah Shivaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Sarvam Ve Purnagwam Swaha. Make Akshman. Om Sarva Pabharam Asanam Samarpayami.
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा वन का भोग लगे संत कर सेवा
माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा लड्डुअन का भोग लगे संत कर सेवा
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी मात सिंदूर सोहे मूस की सवारी
एक दंत दयावंत चरि भुजधारी माते सिंदूर सो मूस की सवारी
एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी मात सिंदूर सोहे मूस की सवारी
एक दंत दयावंत चरि भुजधारी माते सिंदूर सोहे मूस की सवारी
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
अंधन को आँख देत कुरियन को काया पांजन को पुत्र देत निर्धन को माया
अंधन को हक देता कुरियन को काया बांझन को पुत्र देता निर्धन को माया
अंधन को आँख देत कुरियन को काया पांजन को पुत्र देत निर्धन को माया
अंधन को आँख देता कुरियन को काया बांझन को पुत्र देता निर्धन को माया
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
पान चदे फूल चदे और चदे मेवा लड्डुवन का भोग लगे संत कर सेवा
पान छले फूल छरे और छरे मेवा लड्डुअन का भोग लगे संत कर सेवा
पान चदे फूल चदे और चदे मेवा लड्डुवन का भोग लगे संत कर सेवा
पान छले फूल छरे और छरे मेवा लड्डुअन का भोग लगे संत कर सेवा
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
गंगं गणपति गंगं गणपति गंगणपतये नमः
गंगं गणपति गणपतिये नमः
गंगं गणपति गंगणपतये नमः
गंगं गणपति गणपतिये नमः
गंगणपतये नमः
गंगणपतिये नमः
गंगणपतये नमः Devotees, please all clasp hands, close eyes, bow our heads as we conclude. We focus once again upon Gajanan Swami and Om Ganganapate Namaha. As each and every day, as we go through this blessed period of Ganesh Utsav, we seek to move closer and closer towards Divine Father. Gyan Data, that give up knowledge. Vigna Harta, that one who helps us to overcome obstacles and challenges. We focus upon him. Om Ajam Nirvikalpam Nirakaramekam Nirananda Anandadvaita Punam Param Nirgunam Nirvishesham Niriham Parabrahmarupam Ganesham Bhajema Parabrahmarupam Ganesham Bhajema Om Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Garudadvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalaya Stanohari Om Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Janardanam Yat Pujatam Maya Deva Paripunam Tadastame Om Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Shanti 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 Hari Om बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की, उमापति महादेव की, पवन सुत हनुमान की, सियापति रामचंद्र की, स्वाहा माता की, प्रेम से बोल श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की। आसन लीजिए, बैठ जाइए, please be seated. And once again, of course, we say special blessings and thanks to Pandit Chandradev and for a wonderful job today. And of course, we recognize he was accompanied by his Dhanpatni Swastika and his two wonderful sons. Blessings to them. And to the wonderful members of the group of Sri Ram Dham. Blessings to you and all those who made wonderful